Lawyers and journalists are denying involvement in the alleged conspiracy to oust President Duterte. They say that the so-called oust Duterte matrix is false and ridiculous. Maricel Halili has the story.
Malacanang claims that journalists and lawyers are behind the supposed ouster plot against President Duterte. This after a report of the Manila Times published a matrix linking several news organizations and journalists critical of the Duterte administration. The report was written by the newspaper's chairman emeritus Dante Ang, who is also currently Duterte's special envoy for international public relations. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo says he was supposed to release the matrix on Monday morning, but it had already been published prior to his announcement. He adds that the president himself received the intelligence report on the said matrix.
The source of that is from the office of the president. From the president himself. I don't know how he got one, but it's coming from the president. I talked to him the other day.
The matrix claims that Bicoy, the man behind the videos linking the Duterte family to the illegal drug trade, is the source of propaganda published by certain news entities such as the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism and Rappler. The National Union of Philippine Lawyers is also included in the matrix.
Hindi ang mag-instruct sa akin na i-release ko kung hindi niya na-validate. This is very important. If there is an oust or there is a ouster plan, then people should know about it.
Verafile's President Ellen Tordesillas called the report false and hilarious. She says the country is in big trouble if this is the kind of intelligence report that the president gets and bases his actions on.
Winawindang naman ako. Kasi, hindi naman kapanipaniwala yan. So, ano ba? Hindi totoo yun. Kaya lang, hindi ko alam kasi paano nila naisip yun eh. Tapos ang worry ko lang is that, kung ganitong, kasi Intel report daw, di ba? Kung ganitong klaseng Intel report ang natatanggap ni Presidente at saka pinapaniwalaan niya, tapos nagiging basis ng kanyang decision, saka action, ay kawawa naman yung bayan. Hindi ko alam kung mayroong plot, basta wala akong alam. Hindi ko alam kung sinong source niya, kawawa nga yung bayan.
The Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, for its part, says the matrix was wrong on many points. For one, the matrix linked at least 5 persons to the PCIJ who are no longer in PCIJ's employ. Rappler has also denied its involvement. The online news outlet says the Manila Times under Dante Ang is the reason why journalism schools and newsrooms in the country should be actively educating the youth and communities on what truthful, responsible, and ethical journalism is. While NUPL called the report rubbish and doubted its credibility. Despite all these issues, Malacanang says it does not plan on filing legal actions against the people involved on the so-called oust Duterte plot.
If the plot thickens and they perform acts which are already violation of the penal laws, that's a different story.
Malacanang insists that this is not an effort to suppress press freedom. For News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.